Hey Shawtys, this is Brittany
and Lauren,
and welcome to our podcast where you can have whatever you like. We said you can have whatever you like. Yeah.
Hey Shawtys, welcome to the Whatever You Like podcast presented by your hosts, Brittany and Lauren.
For anyone new here, our podcast episode title is based on a millennial song that will be a code name for the episode's topic. And one day I'll say it less complicated in a different way. Before we give a shout out to the song itself, I did want to just make a little disclaimer because my boyfriend told me that today's episode title is not a millennial song. And I just want to talk about how wrong he is because I feel like millennial songs don't just include like songs from the early 2000s. It can also be songs that you listen to when you were in college or just like have a certain vibe to it. I mean, because we're going to be millennials for like our whole lives. That's our generation. So I feel like anything after we were born can be a millennial song. Yeah. I don't know, unless if it's like, something really, really Gen Z. But this is not the case here. And also the artist, Russ, he is a millennial himself. It counts. Just another point, we'll always make an exception for a Russ song as well.
Yes, any Russ song meets the exception.
Yeah.
For this podcast. We are a Russ Stan podcast. So
yeah, that's actually what we're here for.
I don't know what to tell you.
I just wanted to make that quick disclaimer, but now I'm ready.
It's all about the vibe.
Yeah, it is.
It's about the vibe.
You just know millennial when you hear it.
You do. And we're going to be doing this for a long time. So we're going to get through a lot of songs. But if you have suggestions, we'll take them. But we're going to pick what we vibe with as millennials.
Yeah, I have a really long list of song titles. It's like 800.
Yeah.
The topics are going to be like what we're talking about, but like the song list that I have is like for reference. So we have a lot to choose from.
Which I'm excited. So you got 800 episodes, guys. I hope you're ready to stick around with us.
At least 800. So
yeah, but I do think men are usually wrong. So it's a disagree this time with Brittany's boyfriend's assumptions here. Sorry, not sorry.
Where's the gavel?
It's way over there.
Yeah, but anyways.
So it's time for a shout out to the song itself. Ready, guys? To party? Let's party.
I am.
Get it, girls.
Yeah, that's my girl.
You know just what to do.
Can't take my eyes off of you. I love watching you take it. I love watching you taste it. That's my girl. You're a little angel. That's my girl. But you rub me like hell. That's my girl. Baby, I just thank you. That's my girl. Cause you take it so well.
So speaking of the song, Lauren, now we're getting into our commentary session. 200 words or less. What is your commentary on this song?
Well, I had heard this week that Brittany has better commentary.
I can start.
We vote you as tribute for this week, and then I'll go second.
I heard the song for the first time like 2 months ago. Let's just put that out there. So I don't really have like any personal experience in terms of commentary. So I thought it was really funny that I Googled the That's My Girl Russ song meaning. And you know how the Google does the AI overview. So this is what the AI overview says. It says, in Russ's song, That's My Girl, phrase means he is expressing his deep love and admiration for his female lover, highlighting intimate moments and his appreciation for their relationship, which represents a shift toward vulnerability and introspection in his music.
That's beautiful.
I mean, it's like
round
poetry.
of applause for AI.
AI is really
what
breaking
would we do
it down.
AI?
AI does break down the meaning if y'all want to search that. It's definitely entertaining. I would have said it's about sex.
So would Russ, I think.
But I just thought that was really funny.
That is really funny. I wonder if Russ has ever Googled that.
I don't know if I would ever because he wrote it.
I know.
So that is really
funny. Would you
be
curious as to what
the internet says about your song meanings?
Yeah, it's interesting though.
It's just so proper.
It is so proper.
Yeah.
Yeah, because on Russ's social media, this song is funny. When he does TikToks, he gets a little embarrassed by it because I think this is one of his more. He has a huge list of music, but it's definitely one of his more provocative songs. So I feel like he tries to film social media and look cute, and he's like, "This is so cringe. This is so hard."
This is, I guess, maybe a spoiler, but you're gonna hear it in the episode anyways. But I found out who Russ was from Lauren, and so when I was first starting to listen to his music, just specifically remember listening to this song and being like, "Wow, that's intense."
And then Brittany picks it for the song of the day.
Well, it fits with our episode topic. So actually, it was meant to be.
It was meant to be. Because I remember when you told me you heard this song and you were like, that song was wild, Lauren. And I was like, yeah, that's one of his more crazier songs. Most of his songs have like meanings behind them. What I will say is that, I don't know if you know this about this song, but a handful of Russ songs, he does like separate releases for songs. And this song, it was a separate release that the fans voted to release. Did you read that?
I saw that in my Google search, actually.
Yeah. And so he had like recorded it, but it never was like officially out there until the fans voted to put it out there because they thought it was a vibe. And I just think that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like that he still does that. Like he asks his fans like what they want, to hear from him. And
that's kind of like our podcast.
This song. Yeah.
We're here to talk about whatever you like. So we did not steal that.
Yes. No.
If anything, we stole it from TI. But don't sue us.
Don't sue us. My commentary, very short commentary, was just going to be that Brittany didn't know Russ. And so any Russ song, I think it's a big deal that she knows it now because she's a newer fan to him. And I've been a fan for years. And so this song is funny because I feel like I vibed out to so many of his songs. And this song's more of like a fun, upbeat song. I enjoy that. But it's just a funny commentary that we're doing a podcast on a Russ song and Brittany didn't even know him before.
Yeah, it's very new for me, but I feel like I'm like
she's a fan now.
I'm a stan. Yeah. So
it's adorable.
I feel like I just became a new vampire. Something.
We are Russ vampires.
Yeah.
Now. Russ, we even got your headscarves going.
We're also, for people watching YouTube, we are wearing the headscarves
as headbands today.
Well, we're wearing it as headbands, but he is notorious, right?
Yes, for his
headscarves.
We're supporting you, Russ.
Yay.
Yay.
Now let's move on to our game, Favorite Lyric, No Context. Guys, usually the context will be posted on our social media. We're not going to explain why it's our favorite lyric, but you may see an interpretation of that. Maybe not for this one, just depending on our lyrics. Do you want to go first, Lauren? This one may have to be the context you can find on OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's the OnlyFans page. That's where you find the context.
Where we're doing the Ben and Jerry taste test.
And then we'll do the Russ lyrics with the Ben and Jerry taste testing. Drum roll, please. Okay, so I picked, you get a different type of nasty when you know it's all yours. I love it when you get on all fours.
I almost picked that one.
Because then I thought about me crawling around on all fours, duck herding. So, for the OnlyFans. Mooing,
right. It's very innocent over here.
Being Ben and Jerry's.
We're not family friendly, but we can try.
Yeah, I don't think you all want to see that on TikTok.
Well, for sure that Instagram's going to flag it.
100%. They don't like any of our content.
I made my first post on Instagram for the podcast because Lauren's been doing all the heavy lifting on that. And then it was like, your post has been taken down because
you violated the guidelines.
There was no explanation. I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah, that was wild.
I think it was the knife emoji. I don't know. Stupid.
But it's okay, Instagram. We still love you. And we appreciate all the support, everyone on the social media. Thank you.
Like it too. Can you please like us?
Yeah, can you please help?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. But okay, my favorite lyric, No Context. Good girl, look at you go crazy. Eyes on me when you swallow my babies.
I was going to pick that one too.
I can't say much more.
Well, I think that lyric's self-explanatory.
Well, there are things I want to say. Maybe I'll just do in the context video, I'll just explain why instead of doing an interpretation.
Sure.
Because I don't think interpretation of that would be...
fan, but not for Instagram for sure.
So yeah, that was the favorite lyric, no context. And so now we can just move it on over to our main discussion about what our episode's topic is.
Yeah. And what I will say, guys, is I know a lot of you are probably Russ fans that are listening to this because he has a very big stand-up. But if you're not, and this is one of his smaller stream songs, you should go listen to it because it is a vibe. Sure. But he's more known for some of his bigger streamed music, like Losing Control and stuff like that. So you should go stream this one.
Also, any song that we end up picking for the song title, eventually, once we get enough episodes, I'm going to make a playlist.
Would you all want a Spotify playlist? I think that'd be so fun of millennial content. Brittany's demanding, guys. When she makes lists, they're going out to the public.
There's a playlist coming. So... yeah. Anyway, so today's episode topic is actually about our first girl trip. It's my girl. It's the first girl trip we've ever taken together in the almost 10 years that we've known each other, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought That's My Girl was an appropriate title. Maybe not lyric-wise, but not only because of the fact that Lauren's my girl, but also because our trip was to a
Rust concert.
And do you want to just tell people how this came about in the first place? Because I feel like you're good at, like, this is a funny moment.
I'll share it with the class. I looped Brittany into something that she hadn't expected, which isn't shocking for our friendship, guys. This is the biggest thing.
Well, actually, I was really surprised because all the time I've known Lauren, I've never known her to be spontaneous because she's very, like, you know, maybe because we were in law school together, we were just studying the whole time. So I've just, like, never seen you be spontaneous necessarily.
Yeah, I was miserable for 3 years.
And then, like, more years after that from just, like, us being working lawyers.
Stressful. So at this point, I had known that Russ was on tour, and he had chosen cities based off of where he had the most downloads and listens and the most fans. I wasn't paying too close attention, like where, when. I hadn't been to a concert, and I mean, probably since college, honestly. So we were sitting there, and I was like, who else am I going to go with besides my best friend? And so I'm like, hey, this guy is going on a concert tour. He's, you know, gonna be in town and we should go and see him. Brittany's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Okay, I wasn't at this time because I feel like you didn't say, like, when it was. So I was just like, okay, who is it? And then you were like, you're not going to know him. But I was just like, well, when is it? And then,
well, because I was like, yeah, you know, sometime soon. And she was like, well, when? And I was like, soon. And then I started, like, looking. And I was like, oh, he's on tour with Big Sean. You know, I was like, we should go. It should be so much fun.
So I was just, like, looking up the venues. And then I realized that the dates were, like, the next weekend. I was like, girl, this is next week.
No, guys, if you would have seen Brittany's reaction, she's looking at her phone, and I knew what she was looking at, and all of a sudden she looks up, and she goes, girl, you do understand that these dates are next week. And she's like, are you fucking serious? And, like, the look on her face was pure shock. Like, I've never seen Brittany that shocked in my entire life.
I honestly don't even know how I agreed, but I'm glad I did. Spoiler, I did.
And so I ended up convincing Brittany to go to a concert in Seattle within a week to see an artist she's never heard of. So I basically kidnapped her.
I had never heard of him. And it's funny because I just assumed that nobody else in my life would know who it is either. But then, like, everyone I asked, including my boyfriend, they were like, yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah. Because Russ is a big artist.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know.
But I just had thought, because he was a big artist in my life in college, but he is still considered like a smaller mainstream artist. He's not with a record company. He does everything on his own, you know. So I feel like people who aren't into those kind of artists might not have ever heard of him. And so I never asked anyone else. So I was like, Brittany probably just had never heard of him because he's a smaller artist. But I mean, there are a lot of Russ stands out there.
Well, yeah, I know that now, and I get it now.
We went and we survived and came back.
I feel like that's how you know it was meant to be, though, the way it just, like, worked out.
It all worked out. Let's go in chronological order.
So the next weekend, we leave on a Friday. We fly to Atlanta, and then let's talk about what happened in the Atlanta airport.
I'll never forget that guy.
Because, you know, the trip actually starts there.
That man, I'll never forget him.
We go and we sit at this bar because, like, I don't even know why we chose to sit at a bar. We ordered coffee, iced coffee.
We were tired, guys.
We were just tired. Yeah. We wanted to sit down. We were already tired. It was the first flight.
Being in your 30s without being in your 30s, tell us.
And it was only like an hour flight, and we were so tired already. So we sit down at this bar with our iced coffees. Everyone else is drinking. Yep. There's this guy beside us, and he's... How do I say this? That's a very classic Lauren. How do you say this? No, but really, I don't really know how to describe him. He's very lively, I think.
Lively.
And, like, one of the first things that happened when we sat down is the waitress, she was just like, yeah, this guy just bought $50 shot.
Yep.
So I thought that was funny.
Yeah, because...
And you get to ring a bell, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he does that. And then Lauren and I are just sitting there talking. And several minutes later, he brings out a fiddle.
Guys, you don't understand. Like, we're just sitting there minding our business. Out of nowhere, this man pulls out a fiddle.
We didn't even see the fiddle case.
No.
Like, it was just like, out of nowhere, he brings out this fiddle. I was playing the fiddle.
Yeah, he starts playing the fiddle. As you do in the Atlanta airport at the bar.
So that happened.
He was actually pretty decent at the fiddle.
He was very good.
Everyone in the bar was giving him applause after he did the fiddle breakdown, you know, because they were all drunk off of the $50 shot.
I mean, it's also not every day that someone just whips out a fiddle. I mean, not here. Not where we're from. Yeah. So, that was fun.
It was fun.
I don't think anything else happened after the fiddle. We just went to our next flight and we time traveled.
Yeah.
Because from where Atlanta is to Seattle, we're going back in time. So, yeah, we arrived. It was nighttime. We had rented a car. I was volunteering to drive.
Brittany volunteered to distribute. You don't want me to drive. Guys.
I was worried. I was like, is there any difference in driving? There's same side of the road still or something like that. But Lauren did drive us every day to law school. So
I can do it,
she's
guys.
a good driver. Yeah, but I definitely
being
offered.
in a new place. You know what I mean? The law school drive is the same every day. You just sit in bumper to bumper traffic. So how long did it take us to find the car?
Yeah, so we went to the airport.
So we rented through Turo for folks who are familiar.
Which I had never heard of, but Lauren knows about everything, so she knew. The person left their car in the garage. So we went to find the car. This airport parking lot has rows from A to Z.
It was wild.
It was
the only parking garage, I swear to God, in the whole airport.
We did a lot of walking this trip. But yeah, so we found the car and then we got in and we drove down the spiral of death is what I'm referring to it as, to get down from the garage. And then we went to the hotel.
The hotel was cute. I will say the hotel, you guys need a better sign to tell us where it is. I can't tell you how many times you missed the turn into the hotel.
Well, that was a mess. The hotel was really nice. You also need signs to get to the rooms, apparently, for Lauren. There was 2 different ways to get to the room, and Lauren kept walking the long ways around to get to the room instead of right there.
If you haven't noticed, I like the more difficult challenge, guys.
Yeah.
Let me just go the whole ways around the hotel to find them.
I feel like you did it a couple times before. I was like, Lauren, you can just walk right here.
And then every time since then, I was like, oh shit, Brittany's gonna tell me I need to go this way.
Yeah, director. Yeah,
it brought me back to the days of college, because how often nowadays you get to stay with your best friends and just hang out and talk and vibe.
Yeah,
and it's just you spend a lot of time together, but life is always so busy, and having that secluded time just with your best friend, it makes a difference. And having your experiences together, it builds a stronger bond and connection to have that time. Yeah. So it was really nice.
I thought it was. One of the biggest complaints I had though was about the
so nice. She goes, yeah, that's okay. My biggest complaint is, by the way.
No, it's not related to you. It's related to that fucking bathroom door. I just remembered it. There was this bathroom door. It was a sliding one, but kept coming open. You couldn't get it to shut. We had to put fucking trash cans to hold it together. And it was just really uncomfortable.
I forgot about that fucking door. So you know how you have sliding barn door? It was shaded glass barn door, and you would slide it and it would slide back open. Every time.
The mirror that Lauren was using to put her makeup on was right across from the bathroom sliding door.
Honestly, it was just Brittany battling with the door. And me just not paying attention to anything that's going on.
That was my hotel experience. Yeah. It's the little things.
It's the little things in life, guys.
Ruin everything.
Yeah. They make a difference.
Just kidding. But yeah. And then I can't remember what time we woke up the next day, but we went to a coffee shop. It was really cute. It's called Lulu.
Was it the pink one?
The pink one.
Yeah, the pink one.
Yeah. Everyone should go there because honestly, I think that was the best coffee shop we went to.
It was
our first one that we went to while we were there, but it was
it was so cute.
It was so cute.
It was a vibe, guys.
Didn't you say you want to decorate something, or you thought about decorating something?
My office.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it'd be so cool to have, a pink vibey, romantic but sweet office, because I'm working there all fucking day.
Yeah.
At least make it a vibe, given we usually work from home. I think it'd be fun to do that.
It was really adorable.
The coffee was really good,
The
too.
coffee was good. The muffins were good. I feel like it was a 10 out of 10.
I think it was a 10 out of 10. And it was in a really cute area. All the old brick buildings that were around.
Yeah.
Because Seattle, there's a lot of coffee shops. And so we tried to pick some to go to. And I do think that one was 10 out of 10.
And it was a good start to just our experience.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we drove to the Pike Place Market. We had been told by people to go there.
It's a huge market.
What would you call it? A kind of, not like a flea market, but just people selling stuff.
Yeah, it was a mixture of...
And fish. There was a lot of fish.
Well, folks probably know, if you look up things to do, their market pops up everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a well-known big market that there was a lot of people there.
And it was on the water.
It was on the water.
Right. And there's an aquarium right there.
And the Ferris wheel. Just it would, but I will say, seeing that for the first time in person, experience that big 360 360-degree view of like the city and the water and the Ferris wheel. It was so beautiful.
It was. And like, I feel like the weather was so perfect when we were there too. It was just a really pretty day.
Pictures don't do it justice. If you ever get a chance to go to and just see downtown, even for a weekend, I would say it's worth it. Like 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
To like experience that pretty view and the vibes. And the vibes really are different there. I know people say that, but the vibes were different. Cool different, but different. And it was beautiful. And I love the market. I thought it was so cool to like see all the local stuff and all the local people. It was fun.
It is really funny though, the difference between like Lauren and I when we're like going through this market, because Lauren doesn't buy anything. And I'm sitting there like trying to like buy literally everything I see. And we go into this store. It's definitely like a me store. I don't feel like it's your normal type of store. It was like a comic book store.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it had like Funko Pops and things.
Yeah.
So we go in and I end up finding the original movie scripts for movies. I really wanted to buy it because I saw my favorite movie there. And
Well,
I was
tell me
like,
what your favorite movie is.
my favorite movie is Kill Bill. So I wanted to buy the script. So I'm just like spending all my money that I don't have. And
Negative rich.
Yeah, negative rich. And then I convinced Lauren to buy her favorite movie.
I got Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
And it's in a pink cover. It's going to go in my pink office when I paint it.
Yeah.
That store was really cool, and you reminded me of the fact that like part of the market's like inside underground.
Yeah.
And part of it's outside. But I promise, guys, I'm getting better at the whole, spend my money on things that matter.
No, you're good. Like, you shouldn't feel ashamed. I should feel ashamed. I don't even remember what I bought before I bought that script. That's how bad it is.
It was just, you know how best friends are two different. I'm the loud one. Brittany's the chill one. And
well, you
I'm
can
the
even
one...
tell by our favorite movies, I think.
Yeah, that doesn't
the different vibes here.
Spend a lot of money on things. It's a problem.
I think my love language is Apple Pay.
Yes, Apple Pay. Oh my God, I love that verse.
Yeah, but
if you know that verse, comment.
Okay, so we may have ate first.
I honestly don't remember.
I think we did go eat somewhere, and it was on the water. We went to this old stove place. I think that's what it's called. And that's where we had lunch, and we split a burger.
It was good.
And fries. We did a lot of that this trip. We just like had girl dinner.
Yeah,
together,
girl dinner.
Basically. And
it's so great.
We split our food. It was fun. We kept actually thinking that one of the waiters was Russ. Because I didn't really know Russ. Now that I like think back on it, this person did not look like Russ at all.
I know,
but
it was like cute.
Yeah, so I kept being like, Lauren, is that Russ?
Is he working a second job?
Pretending to like work at this place? I mean, I feel like that would be something he might do, just like for fun.
He's definitely that vibe.
So that was like one of the first times I said that, because there were several times
throughout this trip that we think Russ is around.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is how many fans were posting they actually did see him at dinner.
We had a good time just like sitting down and like, just
looking
enjoying
at the water.
That. I feel like one of the best parts about this trip was that it was very like laid back and low key. Like we didn't have like a feeling of being rushed. Mm-mm. Like we were just kind of like seeing what we had time for.
Yeah. We're there for the vibes, guys.
Right.
We're there for the vibes. Because like at that point, I think we were both so burnt out, and we both never been to Seattle, but it was both on our bucket list to go. Who would have thought?
It was a great trip. It was super relaxing.
Can we just say shout out to girl dinner though? Because I feel like people give shit about it, but like who needs a man? That's too much work. Girl dinner's way better.
I just like the fact that like with girl dinner, you can do whatever you want. And like nobody can say anything.
No, because it's awesome.
Girls. And that doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, we usually get shit.
Men wish they could have girl dinner, but
that's the ick.
I mean, I guess they
man dinner.
do. They can. I feel like some men eat chicken nuggets like at home.
Who eats chicken nuggets at home?
I don't know. Like bros. Bros do. Like,
yeah, my ex.
The one with in jail?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a bro.
Maybe I've just seen too many movies where like, I don't know. I feel like there's like guys just sitting in their boxers on their couch, like eating dino chicken nuggets.
Can you like picture a man doing that?
Yeah. I think I've seen it in movies. Okay. That's why I'm like, that's what I'm picturing right now.
Do you like that?
No. I mean,
is he eating it on a paper plate? And
okay, we're getting too close into my own boyfriend territory here. So,
does he own silverware?
The paper plate thing. So, like, that's I think the closest men can get to girl dinner. Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on. Then after we ate our girl dinner, we went to this underground tour.
Yep.
We had scheduled it. We had like signed up online, not really knowing exactly what it was.
But we love history. And obviously we went to law school, so we like learning and we like, you know, keep expanding our horizons. But
we're nerdy.
So it was something that we could schedule and we knew we could do, and it fit within the schedule. So we figured, why not?
So we walked down to like where it was. We went to another coffee shop. I think it's called Cherry Street or something like that. We got coffee there. There were like 5 Laurens that were getting coffee there at the same time because like they kept being like, Lauren. Like, and like 5 people got up at each time.
I didn't realize how popular a name that is.
Apparently.
I don't know like that many Laurens here. I mean, I know it's a common name, but I mean, I swear every other girl was named Lauren.
It was bizarre. You know, I was like, and so we got a coffee first and then we went to where the tour was.
No, I mean, I thought the tour was great.
Like, so they make you go down because it's an underground tour. So you go downstairs and then they have this like little room. You take your little ticket and you sit and wait on the tour guide to get there. And I think it was like, what, 15 people?
Probably.
20 people
20
that were
people.
part of the tour. And so we didn't really know anything.
I didn't know any history.
I didn't even know
Seattle.
like why it was called an underground tour or anything.
We just saw like a cute history thing and we're like, let's do it.
I'm probably going to like butcher this, but.
So like look it up on your own, guys. Don't take our word for it.
Don't take my word for it.
This isn't a history podcast.
Because I'm not good at like regurgitating information. But we learned that Seattle is the only, I think it said the only major U.S. city that's named after a Native American. So it was a Chief Seattle. But it was not pronounced that way. But that was an interesting fun fact. And it also kind of reminded me, I mean, this sounds weird maybe, but kind of reminded me of Twilight because in Twilight they have the Native American like history and it's like this is in Washington. So I was like, wow. That's really cool.
That's
like,
one thing we talked about.
We did talk about
going to see
Forks. We wanted to go see Forks so bad, but we didn't have the time because it was like what, 3 hours away?
3 hours, yeah.
Yeah. Next time we have to
go.
Make a trip to Forks.
Are you Team Jacob or Team Edward?
I'm Team Edward.
Yeah, who are you in the comments?
What about you?
I'm Team Edward too.
Okay.
I love Twilight.
But really the whole purpose of the underground tour was, guys, the information, there was so much, but like it was
so
mind-blowing. Like
you learn a lot in these tours.
The city caught on fire and then all of a sudden they had to make all these like underground
areas.
Yeah. And then like these horses fell because like, you know, you had to like climb down a ladder and then cross and then go back up
to get across the crosswalk.
And the lady was like, yeah, and like all these horses would just like fall over the edge and
just kill people.
Everyone would fucking die. Like so many deaths just from
something about like the water would come up and the sewage and everyone would get sick.
Yeah.
And the history of Seattle, it was actually a lot wilder than what I thought.
It was like, it's like debauchery over there. Yeah. And like, or it was, I don't know, maybe it is still, but and like the term Skid Row comes from Seattle. And once the underground stuff was like, they weren't using it anymore, it started to turn into speakeasies and gay clubs. And what else did they say? They said just like hidden things that during the Prohibition era, like there was all kinds of shady stuff
going on under the ground.
You know what I mean? But like at the time, it was shady. So that system went on for like years and years. And then it was busted, I guess. And I think I remember reading something about like there were a bunch of congressmen involved and like
oh, nothing shocks me. That's still today, guys.
I was telling Lauren I couldn't find it online, but there was some story that the lady told about like an FBI agent and a criminal like falling in love and then like he got arrested and then whenever he got out he was like reformed and the FBI agent was like trying to get him to do crime again. Like she was like, no, let's go back to this.
Because they were making a lot of money off of bootlegging, I think.
Yeah,
alcohol.
something like that.
But we were sitting there like, what a love story, man. What a love story.
Was really engaging.
She was good.
And great. I wish I remembered her name.
I don't remember her name either, but 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. She was great. Yeah.
I actually really loved the tour.
It was a really great tour.
I was so impressed.
Yeah. It was amazing.
I learned so much. So if you're in Seattle, I recommend it because I do think it was worth it.
We did the Beneath the Streets one.
Beneath the Streets.
I think
that's what it's called.
It was really good.
It was really good.
So we did that. And then we sat in the square. Pioneer Square is what it's called, right?
God, I know where you're going.
Okay. So afterwards, like they leave you off in the Pioneer Square. It has like seating and then it has this large like chess board. Like, you know, the big chess pieces you can play. I don't know actually who that's for because I would never do that. Well, I do actually.
Yeah, we do know.
Because we were sitting there and actually this happened during the tour. There's this lady, she was definitely tweaking, like for real. She was in a wheelchair I think she had sunglasses on.
She did.
She was yelling the F word, not F-U, the other F word, calling people the F word.
Mm-hmm.
And during the tour, and I was like looking around because she literally interrupted our tour
guide. Yeah.
And then so afterwards, I guess I just didn't realize who it was at the time. But then we sat in the square and we saw her like actively pursuing people. In her wheelchair. Poor Lauren. I'm looking at Lauren and she can see the lady.
I can see the lady.
And she's like, she's using the chess pieces to like throw at people. She's like knocking them over.
Yes, because this guy wasn't giving her the attention. He was with his dog and she's screaming at him to the point where she rolls over to the chess pieces and starts like chucking them at him. And like this guy's looking at her and I'm looking at Brittany like, oh no, she's coming for us next. Like with the chess pieces.
Maybe it's just like normal Seattle stuff. I don't know. But
that was wild.
Lauren's like, let's leave.
I was like, we should get out of here. She seems like she's looking for someone to target.
Yeah.
With her rage.
But
because like honestly, I'm watching everyone else get up and leave. And so we were kind of like one of the lone tables left. And I was like, okay, we should go now.
I think I just wanted to stay and see what happened. Didn't you say I don't want to get shot or something?
I was like, we don't know what she has in that wheelchair. Like
That's
of hers. Like it was packed full of stuff. And the way the guy was like literally trying to run away, I was like, yeah, we should. I don't want to get shot. Not by the crazy Seattle lady.
Yeah.
I can think of other ways I'm good with going down.
It was a valid fear at the time because she was very, very aggressive.
She was very aggressive.
With those chess pieces.
It's different, like when someone's just tweaking and just like minding their own business versus someone tweaking and like coming at you.
I've had someone tweak at me, tweaking like a stranger, and it's terrifying.
Honestly, I'm sorry. When you said that, I thought twerking. Because
I've had someone twerk at me too.
Like,
that's less terrifying.
Someone twerked at her?
No, yeah. No.
Yes, you'd say that story.
Oh my God. Like I was in law school and I was like on my way downtown Charleston. I was on my way to like have a meeting with the professor, and where the law school is, there's a bus stop right there. And this guy, he was walking towards the bus stop, but we were both on the sidewalk. He basically yelled at me for taking up too much of the sidewalk. I guess I was in his way. And so like I moved around, but I didn't like really say anything because I could tell he was like tweaking. And so as I kept walking, he started like yelling at me, calling me the B word, and that like, he was going to fucking kill me and shit. And I'm like, okay. So I cried when I got to school in the bathroom. So that was a terrible day for me. But I'm glad I didn't get killed because I really thought like I was kind of scared because I'm already like paranoid in general and like especially in public. Like,
but you weren't freaked out by this lady. I'm over here like freaked out, and Brittany's like, "This is fine." Anyone can take you out these days.
I guess so. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm more afraid of like men. In general. I mean, I think I could have taken on the chess piece though. But yeah, we walked back after the lady scared us. Yeah. I feel like it was just a very long walk back.
It was a very long walk back. We got a lot of steps in.
We did.
And action.
Wow, that was really synchronized. And then we went to have another girl dinner. And at this girl dinner, we ordered a Cobb salad and fries, and we shared it together.
That's a girl dinner, guys.
Yeah. The seating at this place was really weird. Like you were like right on top of people. And apparently Lauren heard this conversation go on by the people right next to us. And I completely missed the whole thing.
Because like the way the table, it was like we were sideways, but the people behind us were like at a bar top almost behind us, pushed like their seats were pushed up towards us. So like out of this ear, I could hear everything they were saying. Because they were sitting more towards my side.
I'm also partially deaf. I'm pretty sure. Like I have a hard time hearing things. But yeah, we got in the car after dinner and
I just didn't wait to tell Brittany because I kept trying to like give her the side eye. You hear, because at one point this lady gets up and storms off to the bathroom. So I kept being like, are you hearing this? Like, this is wild.
Apparently you were giving me all these signals and I was just focused on the food.
Literally. Talk about having no filter and you don't think anyone can hear around you. How old do you think they were?
I mean, I would say like 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if they were best friends or sisters or what, but the one was definitely having problems with her husband, and the other one was definitely really upset about the problems with her husband to the point where it escalated into her storming off. The lady one was the one with the husband who apparently was cheating or whatever was happening. Lady two was trying to give her advice, and she was like, I just don't understand why you're with your husband anymore. He's such a horrible person and you need to break up with him. And we had this whole conversation last night and you said you were going to break up with him and you haven't broken up with him. And are you just not capable of doing that? And like, just like having this full blown conversation in the middle of the restaurant. And she was like, no, I'm just having a hard time with it. Like, how aren't you okay with that? She's like, I'm not okay with that. Like, you need to get it together. I was like,
oh my gosh. You know what I just thought? What if that's us in the future? And like we were in some kind of like parallel, like I don't even know.
We're like watching us.
Yeah.
Which one am I?
You're probably the one getting on to me
No,
about
the
bad
opposite.
choices. I don't know.
Yeah. It did kind of feel like watching a TV show a little bit.
I missed completely.
Yeah, I'm talking like they were talking so loud. I'm like, how isn't Brittany hearing? I mean, I'm listening to everything Brittany's saying, but I'm hearing word for word their conversation. She's like, I called so-and-so and they agree with everything I'm saying. You're the only one in the group that doesn't agree that you should leave your husband. And then she's like, starts tearing up, the other lady. And she's like, you're just a crybaby all the time. And just like storms off of the bathroom. And I'm like,
I kid you not, I heard zero of this. Like I had no indication like at all that any of this was going on. But yeah, like when we got in the car, I feel like you turned to me and you're like, wasn't that crazy? And I'm like, what?
You're like, what? And I was like, that full like Maury and Jerry Springer we had going on in there. And she was like, I didn't see any or hear any of it.
I was like, what are you even talking about? Yeah, that was
so
funny.
hopefully those two figured it out because they need help.
Be kind to your friends.
But
at the same time, if you're looking out for your girl, then that's,
if he's
that's
a
your
really
girl.
cheating douchebag, you should leave him.
Yeah. And then right after that, we went to the Space Needle where we got valet parking. Oh,
there was a concert.
I just remember that.
Yeah.
There was a concert. And so
Lady Gaga?
Yeah, it was Lady Gaga, which we didn't know. No. We don't know what's happening.
We don't know what's happening anyway.
I'm like driving around trying to figure out where to park. Because I saw the valet parking, but I'm like, who wants to pay to park or whatever. So I'm trying to look for another thing. And then I've run into this whole, concert going on or whatever.
That was wild.
We ended up finding out it was Lady Gaga, so that's cool. We had no idea Lady Gaga was going to be there.
But the Space Needle's another one of those like bucket list items I think that everyone does when they're in Seattle. It's like a really tall building that you go up. And you get to see the city. And so it was one of the items that we could easily fit into our trips.
And then someone told you that the sunset time was the best. The sunset
time was the best time to go because you can see the sun going down, but you can see the city like lit up at night. So I think that was cool.
It was fun.
I think it was like a cool experience to see the sunset up there. But yeah, you can drink some stuff up there. And there's an inside-outside area. It's really high up and it gives a cool view.
But you could also see the mountain at a certain point.
Yeah, Mount Rainier.
We haven't mentioned that yet, but we kept seeing that mountain everywhere we went.
Yeah.
And it was just like there and it's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. It's like it was watching like a picture or a movie or something that like the beautiful mountain in the background. Because like there's no beautiful mountains here in Charleston, South Carolina. And everyone kept saying when you go there, you're going to see this awesome mountain. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how cool could it be?
No, it was really cool. I was like, I could definitely like get down with living here just to like drive with that mountain in the background all the time. I'd probably get in a lot of car accidents because I'd just be too focused on the mountain.
Honestly, if you're looking for a chill itinerary, like you and your girlfriends are just going for a weekend, eat good food, drink good coffee, like these items that we're listing, they were chill and easy to do.
After that, we just went back to the hotel. We just chilled, I think.
Yeah, we just had a girls' night.
However, I do feel like that night was the night that I realized, because the next day was Sunday, and I realized I didn't bring enough pants. And I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? Like, I literally did not have enough pants. And so I was freaking out. I was like, what am I going to do?
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Because she turns to me and she's like, I don't think I packed right. And she's like, no, like something happened. I was like, someone stole your pants?
I mean, yeah, it was so bizarre because usually I'm a pretty good packer. So then we like made a plan to like go the next day to just get pants for me. But
we went shopping.
Yeah, we went shopping. Well, the next morning.
A horrible coffee.
Oh, yeah. We went to a third coffee shop. It was not great. So I don't remember the name of the shop, but that's probably for the best.
Yeah,
we don't want to like be like a hater.
No, because maybe it was just an off day or something, or what we chose was not great. But
so Lauren was a really clutch friend because she got this drink and she wouldn't even let me try it because it was so bad.
It was bad. You don't want to give that to someone. It wasn't good.
My drink was okay. It wasn't great though.
Your drink was average.
Yeah. And
My
it was like a
drink-
specialty drink. I think
They
you
both
got
were.
one. Yeah. They were both specialty drinks. So I don't know.
Be careful.
Yeah. Be careful.
Don't try specialty drinks, I guess.
You would think. But yeah. It wasn't that great.
But that's what we did. Then we went shopping.
Then we went shopping to get my pants, and I got another suitcase too, because I realized that with all the shit I keep buying, I couldn't fit it in my like bag that I brought. So I was like,
without the pants.
even with the missing pants, I bought too much. So I'm like sitting here shopping. Lauren's freaking shopping for herself, finding this gorgeous dress. Like, she's like, do you think this looks good? And I'm like, I literally can't even find pants for myself. And she's finding all these cute outfits. And I'm like, okay, that's, whatever. And
So it's like a blue dress.
yeah, it was a knockout dress. Yeah. Very annoying. But yeah, so we did that. And then this was like my thing. We went to a bookstore.
Oh yeah.
Because I love bookstores. They have the Elliott Bay bookstore, which I think it's famous. It's like like one of the biggest bookstores there.
It was a really cool bookstore though, guys.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Highly recommend. I wish I could spend like all day in there, but we only had like an hour.
Yeah.
That was what the parking like time was. And
the parking.
the parking situation, it was one of those like parking things where you like type the QR code, you type in the license plate, did all that, paid for it. Okay, good to go. So then we go and like I'm having the time of my life in this fucking bookstore, buy all these like things, because I can't stop buying stuff. And we leave. Then I start driving on the regular road, and then I notice there's a flapping paper on the windshield.
So I'm like, shit, we gotta get out of the car. So I jump out of the car.
She does. I don't know how, I don't think I really stopped that much. You just kind of jumped out and she grabbed the paper.
That's me in a nutshell, guys.
I was like, what happened? Like, what is this paper?
Where did the paper
because
come
I
from?
paid. It turns out I'm an idiot is what it is. Because
Well, say what the paper was.
The paper was a parking ticket.
Then we paid for parking.
And it was like, you didn't pay for parking if you don't like
you have to pay like $10,000.
And I was like, what in the hell? We found out what happened was, upon our review, is that I did not put the license plate number in correctly because I thought the D was a 0.
It's a common mistake.
And it was weird. It was a weird looking D.
It was a weird looking D.
That's what she said. But for real.
It was a weird looking D.
I mean, it's just like...
No, I had to look at it a few times before I realized that it was the license plate number because I was stunned. I was like, I saw her pay for it.
And I'm not good at technology. We've determined this as we've started this podcast. But I sat there and I did the things.
You thought they messed up somehow, but come to find out.
Yeah.
Wrong D.
So I ended up writing, when we got back to the hotel, I'm just like sitting there writing this strongly worded email.
She wrote a legal brief.
Yeah, basically. And I told them that their charge was very egregious. And I
Put a legal brief.
Yeah, basically.
And called them out. Yeah.
And they waived it. Yeah, they didn't want to fuck with me.
No, we're lawyers. You don't want to fuck with us.
No, I went a little Karen.
But what I will say though is the bookstore was really cool. And if you are into bookstores, like I totally go check it out. It was definitely worth it, I think. And like even someone that I love reading and I love books, it's not my first like thing of hobbies like Brittany's is, but I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cool bookstore.
Oh, I forgot to wear it, but I also got a hat there that says ask me about my cat. Well, it should say cats, but it said cat.
You can never just have one.
I know.
I don't know a single, like everyone has at least more than one.
Whoever, like, this is why I should be in charge of merch.
And marketing.
Everywhere. And then we went to Auburn, like near Auburn, and that's where we had our third girl dinner.
And it honestly, the drive was really pretty.
It was.
It was
so
a gorgeous,
pretty.
like, scenic drive, and the mountain just kept coming closer. So the drive was so beautiful.
It was. So yeah, when we got into the concert,
when you walked in, remember you said it kind of reminded you of like a not a park. It was a vibe. It was a different kind of concert.
Well, it's
venue.
an outdoor. It's like a amphitheater. Yeah, that's what it was like. So the parking, it was in the middle of a field. Sabrina Claudio was the one who opened.
Yeah, and I don't know her.
I knew her and I was excited, but I only know like a couple of her songs. Like I knew like one album, but I feel like, I was the only one really
In the whole
enjoying
stadium.
it.
Nothing against her. She was beautiful and stunning.
But I think everyone else was ready to party.
Music's so like soft and like soulful, and like all these people were like, "Where's Big Sean?"
So while I was like listening to Sabrina Claudio, Lauren was making friends with our neighbors.
Okay, that's a light statement.
But they were like, I don't even know how the conversations.
My hair.
Oh yeah, Lauren's hair. It's a very big talking point.
It's a very big talk. Everywhere I go, your hair, your hair. I'm like, okay, guys. I know it's not like blonde. It's red. Yeah, it's my
very
hair.
unique.
I know.
And beautiful. So they were. It was a couple, right?
I didn't know that at first.
I don't know. They didn't talk to me. I only have brown hair. So. And then they were talking to Lauren. I did see the guy had that SpongeBob tattoo. He had like Doodle Bob. And so I said something about that. I was like, oh, wow, like Doodle Bob. But no, they were nice. They were nice people. But I did not recognize the Russ tattoo because I'm a new fan.
Yeah, so it was one of his album covers.
Didn't you say that a lot of his fans get tattoos?
Oh, like almost all of them.
Yeah.
I actually just saw, like he reposted one recently. Someone just got his new album tattooed.
Oh, wild. Yeah. That was the only one I listened to pre-concert that I like listened to a lot. The new album, Wild. Love it. By the way.
Yeah, great album.
Yeah.
So we're sitting down.
Lauren's making friends.
Well, so they were like, hey, where are you guys from? Oh, I love your hair. It's so beautiful. Is it your natural hair? Just having conversation, basically.
And they told you about your eyes, too.
The girl chimed in and was like, your eyes are beautiful. They're so blue. It's really rare to see a redhead with blue eyes. And so at this point, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Like, that's so sweet. Like, I appreciate it. But like, literally, as soon as we sat down, they started talking to us.
Well, also because you were standing out a lot with the dress, I think.
Yeah,
because it's a really bright blue.
It was a really bright blue dress.
She just looked great.
And
the heads, like it all like went together really well. Well, Big Sean was coming out and.
Well, that was when she's like, you need to sober up. This is your favorite artist. Like you need to go get some water and, you're really drunk. But that's when I was like, okay, what's the vibe here? Like it was kind of like weird,
Oh, well, here's part of it. So after Sabrina Claudio had gone off, there was like that little intermission before Big Sean came on. And so I was trying to get Lauren's attention because I saw these girls that had the shirts. They had these shirts that said, oh God, what is that lyric?
What is that lyric?
It was it's from Nasty.
I know.
Spank me.
That's the only way I learned.
I said, okay,
good girl,
yeah,
good girl.
So like, and Lauren really likes that lyric. I was
trying to college.
Yeah, I was trying to like get her attention, and then like these people were just like talking her ear off. So I was like, damn it, I'm just like, so I just took a video of the shirts.
So she's taking this video, okay? Mind you, I'm like, Brittany, save me, save me. I'm like, please save me.
I didn't get that vibe. I didn't know you. I didn't know you needed help because I was just like, well, I guess she's really enjoying these people. They show you their kids.
Yeah. So then I realized after the vibe of okay, they're together,
but they have a kid together.
But they had a kid together. So then they're like, here, let me show you our son. He has blue eyes like you do. And, and then she was like, I just wish I could pull off red hair. And I know I can't. And then he made a comment about like how great my dress was. And I was like, cool. Like, yeah. And then she's like, yeah, like, honestly, like, you're the best looking person in here. And I was like, okay, great. And then Big Sean came on.
It was so much fun.
Oh my God. I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, we went off on that song.
It was
so good live.
He was so good live, guys. You don't understand. If you get a chance to see Big Sean, I know we're here to talk about Russ, but like Big Sean and Russ's new song is great too.
This just reminded me, Big Sean was talking about his book?
His book.
Yeah, and like he was also talking about his grandma. And like it was just really sweet.
He had a lot of really good emotional moments.
Yeah.
Did you put his book on?
I did. I put his book on like my want to read on Goodreads. I think I didn't realize it had already been published. And so when I went on Goodreads, I was like, oh, it's like literally already out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to get to it.
Honestly, it was like a concert in and of itself. It was kind of, he did a lot of songs.
Yeah, it was a long set.
He had a lot of monologues. His DJs were great. He was great interacting with the crowd. I feel like the crowd was going wild for him. That stadium was packed full. Like, because we didn't mention that it was Russ's last concert on his tour.
Yeah.
It was fully packed. And those people were really loud. And it was really fun.
It was so much fun.
And Big Sean was great. 10 out of 10.
Big Sean was great. And then after Big Sean, people behind us told Lauren that she looked really good from the back.
So we're standing there, okay? And these people behind me are trying to get my attention because we had finally sat down after. It was a group of people. And they literally tapped me on the shoulder And we're like, by the way, like, you look really good from behind. Like, we wouldn't mind staring at that
I felt like I
all
was
night.
bitch.
And I'm like so embarrassed because like I'm having the time of my life dancing away.
Well, now you have to think about the people behind you watching you.
Because it was like, it was guys and girls. And then I'm like,
It
okay,
was.
this is getting interesting, you know?
Well, the guy that was next to Lauren, I think he had gotten a little bit too soft. But she did say they don't get out much.
They don't
have
get mad kids.
So, like, I mean, it happens. You can
yeah.
get too lit sometimes. But
he was lit.
Oh, I will say also, there was a security guard walking around that I was like, oh, is that Russ? Because he kind of looked like Russ.
But it wasn't just us. There were people zooming and taking videos of him and pictures, and I think they made them online. I'm telling you, this guy looked just, because he was he was singing the songs, he was dancing around.
He was definitely the coolest security person there as well. And like, it was just funny because like we had also seen that person at the restaurant that we thought was Russ. But then Russ came out.
Oh my God.
This was like so cool.
It was so cool.
So cool. He came out like, what was that? Like a little stage lion or something?
Yeah, it's his album cover.
Yeah, like it was like, but it was big.
Yeah,
he was like
had a
on the top.
one.
What was it? Pent Up in the Penthouse? Was that the opening?
I think he did Penthouse first.
Yeah, I think that was the opening song. So he's like trying to sing it. And then, I don't know, what, someone passes out or something?
So at Russ's concerts, this has happened before, like the security's supposed to, if you're waving your flashlight on your iPhone in the pit, security is supposed to know to come because someone's passed out. Because if you think about it, he does a lot of outdoor venues in places that are hot.
It was
Arizona.
actually pretty hot.
It was pretty hot
there.
And they were throwing waters and stuff into the pit, and the pit was packed with people. And so they started waving the flashlights, and he's singing, and no one from security's coming.
So then he stops singing like during the middle of the song. And I was like completely like, wow, what's happening? And then
he had a full-fledged meltdown.
He got like into it with the security people, and they looked like they were like getting a little sassy back.
He knows it's hot. He's always been like, I'm a small artist, so my fans come out to see me. Like, I'm going to support you, make sure you're protected, like, make sure you're taken care of. He's like, I'm up on stage and I'm seeing them flash their lights and no one's going down there. How aren't you going down there?
Yeah.
And so he stopped to like get that person help.
I mean, that's great, like to be sticking up for your fans like that. I don't know like what the protocols are for security, but yeah, if someone's like dying, you should probably help them.
Well, yeah, you know, someone's passed out on the ground.
Yeah.
With the pit, the entrance, you can get in early and then you can just stand in your spot, you know, and get the front area. And so that's why I was like hesitant with the pit of like, gosh, we're going to have to fight for a spot, you know, and stuff. So I was like, we're in our 30s.
And we're also really short.
Really short.
Like, I don't think it would have been as fun of an experience. I think we had the best seats we could have possibly had for like a good experience.
It was such a good seat, such a good view.
We also could see all the drama in the pit.
Yeah, we could see all the drama.
There was a lot of drama in the pit that we'll get to.
There was a lot of drama.
But my favorite part was when Russ was like, after the security situation, and he was like, well, when security doesn't do their job, fuck it, I'll do it myself. And then he starts singing Do It Myself. Like, I was like, that is epic.
And so Do It Myself is like a really big song for him. And I thought it was funny that he tied that in.
Yeah, it's also one of my favorite songs.
One of my favorite songs too.
And it's like it's my new mantra when I'm like feeling like
me too
overwhelmed or something.
Me too. That's the thing. Like we start this podcast like fuck it, we do it ourselves. You know, this is all us. There's no other people, you know, doing this. And so I feel like it's a good mantra to have.
No one taught me. I was like, damn, fuck it, I do it myself.
No one taught me. I was like, damn, fuck it, I do it myself.
Yep.
It's a good mantra to have.
Yeah.
And anything in life, you know, if you're struggling, I think play that song. It's a good song. He had a good mixture of old songs, new songs. He did a good like mixture of all of them together. He put on a great show, guys. It was really good.
He's so good live. I was so excited.
He doesn't stop at all. He goes song after song. I mean, I don't know how that man breathes up there.
And I also really liked, because like I said, I'm a new fan. I really liked how he's a good singer and a good rapper. He's both. He's the whole package.
Yeah. And he's like live up there doing that. I mean, the amount of talent and time and effort and control that takes. It was really impressive. I loved all of his songs, all of his sets.
Goodbye was fun. I love that song.
Was fun.
Yeah, and like everybody like putting their middle fingers up in the air. There was a lot of hand waving and like crowd interaction.
But he pumps up the crowd.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, put your hands up.
Yeah.
He's like, you've got a piece of shit ex that you want to say goodbye to.
Yeah. It was fun. But okay, so there was a couple different points where he had to stop the show because of something happening. I just remember one specifically because it was before he stopped the show that something happened. Do you remember that? Yeah, there was a fight in the freaking pit, and security, like, literally, there were 5 people on top of this guy.
It was a full-fledged brawl was happening.
Like, they were trying to bring this guy out, and he was just
struggling.
Like, they had him pinned to the ground, and, you know, and then I guess there was something going on the other side that we
Someone
didn't
tried
see.
to get on the stage.
Oh, yeah, someone tried to get on the
stage.
Yeah.
Like, they were trying, and, like, Russ is up, and this person's literally, like, getting on the stage.
Which
like,
I completely missed because I'm sitting here watching this like, brawl in the middle of the, you know, concert. Then he stops because people are flashing their lights because of the guy in the brawl. And so then he turns around and sees that and he's like, what's going on here?
There's someone getting on the stage. Like, on the stage.
Yeah. That was wild. The name of the album.
That was wild.
Yeah. But like for me, never seen any of this at a concert before. I don't know. I mean, I guess I just haven't been to like anything crazy. It was like very unique.
This day and age are different though.
And meanwhile, you know, Lauren's like dancing and
I'm
stuff.
having a full party.
And like the guys next to her's like bumping into her.
Yeah. So this I told Brittany after. I felt like at one point I was getting super close to it. Wasn't on purpose, but I kept moving closer and closer to her. Like, but no, this guy who was his wife or whoever, he like kept getting closer and closer.
Which I was oblivious.
I know.
You were just like touching me. I was like, okay, yeah, we're best friends. That's my girl.
My girl. Just what to do.
Well, Russ showed us his new movie.
He did. The new movie that he's playing in, which was really cool.
Cool. That was at the end. And he also showed us the new song. Nice.
It's out now.
Yeah, it's out now.
Yeah, you should listen to it. And he's releasing a bunch of new music right now.
Too bad that Shut Me Up wasn't out.
I know.
Whenever Big Sean was there, that would have been really cool to see.
Because they recorded it while they were on the road, but he released the song with Big Sean, which is really
cool.
good. No, I feel like there were some bras that made it on stage.
There were bras. Also, I got the part where he brought out the liquor bottle.
Oh, yes.
He said he saw these people at some restaurant and they got VIP up front, and then he was like, gonna share a drink with them.
You.
And then security
was like, you can't do that. You can't give those people the liquor bottle.
And Russ is like,
I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. It's my concert.
Bitch, where?
Yeah, he was like, I've done it at every other venue. Like, you can't tell me I'm not gonna fucking share liquor with my friends.
It's kind of wild too because they like were already pissing him off so much. Like, why would they even say anything at that point?
It was wild. He gave them liquor bottle.
He put it out anyways.
Yeah,
it doesn't even make any sense. They sold liquor at the venue. Like, what's one little shock?
I don't know. It's his concert.
Yeah.
It's not coming from some random ass person.
I know. That was funny.
It was funny. And the title song.
Yes, for today's episode.
Yeah. So this is funny because it wasn't on the set list. I reviewed the set list multiple times.
And I did not know the song because it wasn't on the set list.
And so I've heard this song before, and like we talked about at the beginning, it was one of his he calls them like private songs, like songs that wasn't on an album dedicated, like wasn't on Wild or something. And so it starts playing, and Russ looks so confused on stage, and so he starts like being like, "That's my girl," and then like nothing else comes out, and I'm standing there like, shit, like did Russ die? Like what's happened? Like he had not missed a beat the entire concert, right? And then he's like, that's my girl.
Yeah,
he's like, this is my own song, and I don't know the lyrics to it.
See me, I didn't know the lyrics either, so I thought he was joking.
And so he gets through the song, and all the fans are screaming the lyrics, but he's just not getting it. So he laughs, and he's like, this wasn't on the set list. I don't know what got on here. On stage, and then he kind of just moved on. But at the end of the concert, he's like, hold on, let me get my phone out. He literally gets his phone out and he reviews the lyrics to his own song, and he's like, sorry guys, let me look at the lyrics and I'll sing it for you properly.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the concert, he did sing it one more time, and so he did that, and he got all the words right. And like it was one of those moments where he's like, it's my own song. You know how embarrassing that was?
Don't you remember, this is the song you're professing your love and intimacy. Just look at Google AI and they'll tell you. I think security got him fucked up.
I think, yeah. I feel like he put on a really good show.
It was so sad when it was over.
It was so sad. I feel like it went by so fast.
It went by really fast. And
he just seemed a little like flustered, by the whole thing.
I think he was. Yeah, I think it's not the fans. It was like just the situations that kept happening with security and just like I think it maybe put him in a bad mood.
And, you know, you have get your hopes up and you don't want everything to be perfect because I feel like he's kind of like that. And it was fantastic. Like, oh my God, worth every moment, every bit of money, every stress and effort and time. Best concert I've ever been to. We heard all the good songs. Like all the good, every song we wanted to be played was played. You know, all the good songs. Of course, I'd like to hear all of them live, but
we're going to go again.
We're going to go again.
So
I can't only hear Goodbye once. Now that Brittany knows all the lyrics, it's going to be so good because now that we both know the lyrics, it's going to be life changing. Like when we go.
I still listen to him every day. I still like play like, you know, the like a shuffle of like his songs and stuff. So like,
but I kept saying to Brittany, like, I'm telling you, I know you and like you're going to be a fan of him because his music it's meaningful and it's fun and it's like good. And he just tells stories and I was like, give it a chance. You're going to love him, you know, by the end. And now we're both stands. Yeah. Now we're both Russ stands.
And then once it ended, you got hit on. Specifically by the guy next to you. I don't know. Like, I feel kind of bad. Like, if they ever watch this, like,
because they were nice.
They were nice. We definitely thought you were trying to get Lauren in a throuple.
I mean, listen, we've digested this afterwards, and I've talked to Brittany about it multiple times. But everything I told you, you know, we started Googling on the plane ride home, or like throuples common in.
We did.
So what happened was, as the concert was over, this man proceeds to grab me on the arm. I just want to say, you're the most beautiful girl that I've ever laid my eyes on.
I heard him. I saw him whisper to you, but I didn't hear what he said. Yeah.
And his wife or partner standing right there, and she's watching him, and she's like shaking her head. So you can't tell me that like.
Yeah, no, I think
they were both interested.
They for sure were. But then we Googled it. Apparently, it's like a thing. Seattle is a hot spot for throupling. I mean, but it was so surprising. Out of all the things we learned, that was one of the most surprising.
I almost got recruited for a throuple.
And so another funny part of the afterwards was us leaving the concert venue.
It's dark.
It's dark as hell. And
we're exhausted.
We go out to the field where the cars are.
But mind you guys, it's pitch black at this point. So like where we started in the venue and where we ended in the venue, I just feel like we're two different places.
We thought, well, first of all, also because when we got there and parked, like the whole field wasn't filled up yet.
Yep.
So we like thought we knew where the car was.
We thought was the key word.
And, like, it wasn't only us.
No. It wasn't only us.
It was a shit show, guys. And, like, it was maybe, like, what, an hour and a half of walking around trying to find this car.
Guys, I'm not even being sarcastic. We walked up and down these aisles.
Rows and rows of cars. Almost got hit by cars and people were catcalling Lauren. And I was, like, trying to play Pokemon Go just to, like, deal with the trauma of it all. Well, I feel like the only reason we really even found it is because so many other cars had pulled out. But they didn't leave.
They pulled out into like a line.
Yeah. So I guess we were in the poor person's lot because
we like VIP parking.
Yeah, the VIPs got to leave first. So we were in the poor person's lot that was free, which is fine. It's free. We need it. But like it's just funny because we didn't understand at the time why the lines weren't moving.
But I don't think you understand people. We find the car, we get in the car, and then we realize no one's actually leaving the venue. Move. So then we just sat in the car for probably another.
But some people like they really planned it out better because they were like partying it up. Probably because they're more familiar with the area. So we had no idea.
So there was people standing on their roofs, drinking beers.
They had their coolers ready.
They were sitting in their pickup trucks, playing Russ. And I was like, I didn't realize we were tailgating after the concert.
We should have. So we were like trying to get back to the hotel and just sitting in the dark at this field with all these crazy people. It felt like kind of like, the apocalypse or like this is the end. But then once cars started moving, it was like everyone was like coming out of different directions. And then there was this drunk girl just like kind of like
directing.
She starts like taking the initiative to direct everyone. It was really funny. But she was like all over the place because like at one point she was near our car. And then when we get closer towards like the getting out of the place,
she was
over there. And I was like, how did she do that?
Yeah, that shit was wild.
That was funny.
But we did eventually get out of the parking lot.
But we made it. We made it back. We survived.
We survived. Yeah.
And then the next day, literally like 3 hours later, we get up and we get ready.
Went to the airport.
Go to the airport, drop off the car, get on the plane. It is kind of funny about the plane ride back. Friend's like seatmate, she was in the middle. I was on the window. And then the person in the aisle, he was like, what was up with that guy?
Brittany.
Like this guy, what didn't he talk about? Wasn't he on the phone at one point? Okay, so she's hearing other conversations again. Like I'm missing the whole thing, but What did this guy talk about? He talked about skydiving, right? Or
Oh,
something like
yes.
that. Yeah.
Yes. Talking to his friend on the phone, he's like, yeah, I'm just getting back from this trip. They made me jump out of this plane like at least 200 times. And he's like, and I just am so sick right now. I just can't get on another plane. And I'm like, we're on a plane right now. Number one. Number two, he's like, I'm just not okay. I haven't slept in 6 days. Like, they just kept making me skydive. And I kept being like, Brittany,
Who is making you skydive? I just wonder.
Like, it was really weird, guys. To the point where I kind of turned to her and I was like, he's talking about that he's been skydiving every single day for the last month. That's weird.
And then he had like his hood up and like I think trying to sleep at one point, but he just like looked really creepy while he was doing it.
Yeah, honestly, he really creeped me out.
Yeah. And then he brought out the beef jerky and I was like, fuck no.
So Britt's sleeping during most of this, okay? At one point, he's getting his phone, and then he pulls his phone out, and he's watching skydiving videos on his phone. And then I'm like, is this guy okay? Well, then he pulls out, like, he just starts pulling out trays of food. You don't understand. You were asleep for all of this. He pulled out his first tray of food. He had, like, a full, like, meal plate. Pulled out the beef jerky.
I must have been I must have been awoken by the smell of beef jerky, because I have a thing about that. Like, I just, like, can't stand the smell. And, like, there's a rule in my car. You can't eat beef jerky in my car. Like, that's a rule. And so, yeah, when he brought that out, it was like, I gave him the death glare.
He probably ate like 5 sticks of beef jerky.
Yeah.
In that sitting.
But yeah, the beef jerky was like enough.
I mean, I was like, is he like signed up for some like secret?
I don't know.
Is he like a spy?
It's either that, like he must be, well, okay, I have a couple theories. He's either, in the CIA or something crazy like that, or he's in a really like weird fraternity where he's being hazed to skydive. And then another thing is he could just be crazy. And like, who's telling him to skydive? It's himself. That's why he pulled it up on his phone to like, it's like he's got a split personality. That's the only thing I can think of. Because who's forcing you to skydive?
That was the weirdest conversation. He was like, because I couldn't hear the other end of it, but he just kept being like, you don't understand. Like, oh my God, this guy, like, he's not okay.
So yeah, then we got off the plane. I don't remember what happened. I think I was so tired.
I think we were barely making it.
I think we were really struggling at that point. So yeah, I mean, I feel like that was like the majority of
the trip.
Yeah, that was the trip, guys.
That's our recap of our trip.
What was your favorite part, do you think, out of all that?
Well, my favorite part was spending time with you.
Oh, that's what I need to tell people. Okay, sorry. No. I need to tell people this. I don't remember when it happened, but at some point on this trip, Lauren told me that I'm her ideal man. And that was like the best compliment that I've ever had. I think you just said it like, oh yeah, well, you're my ideal man. And I was like, wow. That was amazing. That was hilarious. You just came up with that. Yeah.
Props to Brittany.
Men do better.
Men do better. Someone help them, please. Someone give them like a class. I can't.
Your favorite.
Well, my favorite part was spending time with you.
Yeah.
And I want to do more because it was so much fun. Like, you get so much quality time out of it. And it was so special.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love the Russ concert. Like, that was been on my bucket list. But it was even cooler to do it together because like Brittany didn't know Russ. And so like it was fun by the end of it. It's like now we vibe over Russ too.
It was so much fun. Like just the whole experience was fun. And I think it says a lot when you have a friendship where like you can go on trips together. I just remember like Vanderpump when they talk about like, oh, Kristen from Vanderpump, she's not good to have a trip with or whatever, but they're like good friends with her.
I think it gives a good perspective into like us, our friendship, but also it's like a more personal episode, like traveling with your best friend or just traveling in general, or even going to a new coffee shop or trying a new food place or going to your favorite artist's concert that you've never seen before. I think it's important, to prioritize the small things and the big things in life that make it fun.
I also think like trip stories are really fun to hear about. So like if anyone wants to share theirs, like if they have any cool stories like this, that's always fun.
I love trip stories. And like where should Brittany and I go next? Where would you guys recommend we go?
We're definitely going somewhere else. We're definitely going to another Russ concert one day once he goes back on tour. And
what was your favorite?
My favorite part, I mean, it's very similar. Just hanging out and just the whole experience and just how relaxed it felt. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
It was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
It was definitely worth it. But that's the thing about being an adult. Like, I know life gets crazy and it's busy, but at the end of the day, like, you'll never regret that trip. You'll never regret that time with your best friend and those memories. And you can share them with your kids someday and your friends or on a podcast, you know? And I don't know. It's just something that I'll never take for granted because it was special.
It was. I feel like, this episode, the layout's a little bit different than normal, but
it was like a vlog style episode. Like, kind of like they didn't see it, but like us talking, like you came along with us while we talked about the trip. And I hope it gave some like laughs and highlights and funny stories.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
at least you know some things about Seattle, like
Yeah.
the underground and the throuple situations they have there. And be careful when you park.
Oh, yeah, make sure you read your license plates right.
Make sure your Ds are.
Make sure you have the right D, guys.
Yeah.
You don't want the wrong D.
I think the only other thing is just thanks for sticking around, Shawtys,
thanks
for
for
this
sticking around.
conversation. And at least you can stream Rust.
If you take anything away from this, go listen to Russ. I promise you won't regret it. Because like we're a small podcast and we hope to be as big as Russ someday. That's the plan.
We're doing it ourselves.
We're doing it ourselves. Okay, thank you,
Thanks, Shawtys. And make sure to like our
subscribe.
socials. Go on our Shawty socials.
Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, find us there.
We'll have some follow-ups from the episode.
Yeah, and it was fun. So like, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on social media and tune in next week. Peace, Shawtys. Peace. Oh my God, I can't move. I think I'm actually stuck.
I'm so dehydrated. Thank you for listening to the Whatever You Like podcast, available on Spotify and Apple platforms.
Please follow our socials on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for additional content. Your support means the world to us, and it'll also keep us from creating an OnlyFans page.
We also would love to talk about whatever you like, so please visit our website to submit topic ideas, suggestions, or stories you want us to discuss.
Thanks, Shawtys. You the hottest. Peace.